Well, hopefully you'll go to sleep. Hopefully you'll just fall asleep. Make sure your device is plugged in so it'll be charged for you. So it'll be charged for you.
Are you okay? Are you okay?
Let me see how this comes out. Wrong one. Do-do-do-do. Okay, good. Good, good, good. Okay, good. Good, good, good. Yeah, possibly so. Nyquil. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Nyquil. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Sarah.
She gonna take some NyQuil. Or she took some. I was going through, she gonna take some NyQuil. I was going through my messenger with that I had with Tracy. I was going through that I had with Tracy. No, I had corresponded with Tracy on TikTok, which that account and the DMs is like gone. On TikTok, which that like gone for some reason. I mean, permanently gone.
Oh shit.
So I copied it, gone for some reason. I mean, permanently gone. So I copied and printed what I could from my messenger, just in case that disappears too. What I could from my messenger, that disappears too. That conversation started 11/17/24. That disappears too. And started 11/17. I gave her the information for that Millie had put out back then for Regina Ward. I told her, I said, I gave her the email to the secretary of Regina Ward for people to contact. I told her who that was and the video that I shared too. I told her then I don't want the information on what you have. I just want to try to point you in the right direction. She said, I've tried, I've been blocked. I said, that's weird. Why were you blocked? Let me do some checking, see if I can find out some other resources. She said, thank you. And something about the files are bigger than she can send. And she told me the FBI tip line doesn't allow for that to sending files. And that's true. You make the report and then you wait. There's no way to attach the files. Regina Ward didn't block me from contacting. She just would not accept anything regarding Horry County and refused to discuss it. I had consult with her in regards to my divorce. First in January briefly, then again in March, when she had time for a formal meeting. The minute I mentioned Horry County PD covering for my husband and filing false reports for my husband, she said she did not have time for my case on her schedule. I asked if she could at least arrange a hearing so I can get a restraining order while I look for other attorney. She rushed me right out. A few weeks later, after Micah was found and the family hired her, I contacted her again and reminded her that I had evidence of some of the same exact group of Horry County PD who labeled Micah crazy and refused to accept or respond to any of my requests. The same cops, printing this out has kind of cut stuff off a little bit. These same cops did the same to many of JP's victims who came forward before Micah tried to. She refused to even call me back. I called and emailed a few times. I tried recently, same thing. She made it very clear ahead of time, did not want to hear anything about it, and wouldn't even let me finish a sentence. My husband had several locked, encrypted files. The one that started all of this only had access to because he had left it open on a shared device. I went back close to 20 years, names, dates, contacts within a week of my father's passing. My husband was interviewed from people he recruited from several dark websites. He claimed to own my father's house and was scheduling appointments. It was very specific. In the bedroom acts in details, specific time periods, etc., all while being paid by Horry County. My husband is an Horry County employee who works very closely with HCPD. Now, that don't sound fishy, does it?
Things that make you go,
Okay. He immediately shut the access to the email, erased my phone, and all of my iCloud backups. I have some of these still, and I realized I could not forward, print, nor save due to his encryption. The files I managed to download and hold on to are in data form. So basically, a lot of the stuff she sent me was what she had left after he tried to delete everything. I truly believe he was wanting just the money for all that shit. Her father's home, the truck, and whatever, because there was mention of your brother's money. And I want to quote this correctly. So that way they can't say it's a misquote. January 6th of 2024. Your brother's money is in your name, which is marital asset, especially since and she cut that off, so I don't know what the rest of it is. I guess this is a good time I should remind you the electrics due. Please call and cancel the dog insurance. We can't afford it, remember? But he makes, what, 6 figures a year? Please call and cancel the gym membership to save money. You might want to cut back on your Dunkin' Donuts. I'm going to subpoena every doctor that you have ran around and saw for mental health to show that I didn't force you to quit. The intimidation in these email or these text messages, it's either this or that. Either you're going to do this that I want you to do, or I'm going to make you pay the price for it. Okay, I think I got it. Hey, Morgan. I wonder why Jerry wanted to get rid of everything. I think we all know the reason for that. He wanted to hide his multiple affairs with men and women. He didn't want to look bad in a family court where divorce was going to take place. And at first, she had custody of the kids, and they even was doing all kinds of visitation stuff. Hey. More people need to talk about Tracy. More people need to research for her too. This is exhausting. And a little birdie told me that somebody allegedly got more information on Tracy while she was in Horry County. So if that's the way she wants to get her views and whatever, then so be it. If people can find out and let me know, that'd be great. I guess she's getting desperate for her lives to be big again. I don't know. But anywho, I think it's pretty sick that people hold on to shit intentionally instead of doing what's right for Tracy. You haven't heard any information about the court? Well, he's got a $100,000 bond. He's got an ankle monitor. He had to submit a DNA test. He has to really not drink. Any trouble he gets in, even a speeding ticket, he will be, go to jail until trial. He waived his right to a speedy trial, so therefore it'll probably be sometime in March before they do the discovery and all that other good stuff. Hey, Rosie. So, he's got some bond restrictions. He's got the tether on his ankle and cannot leave South Carolina. They took his passports, and he cannot apply for any other passport without. And if he does, he's going to be in trouble. Anything that goes against his bond restrictions, he can go to jail until trial. So if he on his PDQ, guess what? But I still want to find out. What, James?
He can't even get a jaywalking ticket.
And he's supposed to seek employment. So his preaching days is not employment, according to the federal government. But I want to find out JP's connection. Yeah, he's got to have random UAs. I want to know his connection to Jerry. I want to know why he sued Tracy. There's a connection somewhere, and I want to find it. Yeah, he was unalived in a automobile accident. He needed to be uncomfortable. Well, that was a little fishy too. Look into what, Christy? Somewhere, to me, because nobody even knew Tracy existed. I don't have a lot of hope for that one there, Christy. If he does, that'd be great. But, you know, I don't have a lot of hope for that to transpire. Because, and this is sad to say, but I'm going to say it anyway. Tracy's not big news to people. What, someone to do what? For old Johnny? There's a suspicion there. I wish there would be more people to try to help me find this connection. I really do, because see, Tracy deserves it as well as everybody else. I don't know who you are. I've read text messages, and there's like many more. There's text messages that's between Jerry and all kinds of men and women. She did, Morgan. And I'm just reading what she had wrote me about it. She claimed that she was shunned out when the Horry County PD was mentioned. I think I have more suspicion on how things went down that day. And the only one's going to have that information is Danielle. She's been using it and holding it and holding it and holding it. And I think it's sad. Luckily, the suit with JP and Tracy was dismissed, thank God. Because where people didn't know her name, they didn't want to donate to her. So it was very difficult to get what funds I did get, what we actually got for her. When it comes to stuff like this, it shouldn't be a worldwide case for people to be interested. There's a connection somewhere, and I want to find it. JP didn't pick just any old motherfuckers to sue. More people need to talk about Tracy too. I want to find out what happened to her that day. There's only one person that's got FOIA requests that's been holding it for weeks. I guess to make her big comeback so she can get her views back. However I can get the information, then that's how I can get it. Hey. And the correct address. Right, Christy? How you doing, Allie? Yeah, I haven't heard back from Horry County. I only heard back from Myrtle. They told me to go to Horry. He only sued her. But if there's an IT guy that's over all of Horry County, including doing work in the police department, wouldn't there be a connection somewhere since JP sued her? I'm just saying. After her husband deleted everything and she managed to get some of it back, she even tried to get a professional to recover it, the rest of it. And she was told she needed a subpoena would be needed. And it would cost a fortune. She said if she hadn't reported that particular one and lost access, I think this would have ended this nightmare a long time ago. I had no idea at the time that law enforcement was involved. Hey, welcome in. Yeah, and correct address. Hey, Cindy. She said, I don't believe the FBI is investigating Horry County corruption. I believe that Micah's bill is being used as a public show to provide an illusion that action is being taken. And that she believed, now this is what Tracy said, okay? And that Regina Ward is intentionally preventing any link to the corruption from reaching the FBI. And then she said, remember, I went to the FBI and Regina Ward about this beginning of March, before Micah passed. Regina Ward immediately dismissed me, and the FBI was told by the Horry County PD that she was crazy. Was told by the Horry that she was crazy. Ginger? I don't recall. Vindictive. She was a crazy, vindictive wife trying to falsely accuse her husband, and that he had already they had already determined that my accusations were false. Imagine if anybody had actually taken me seriously back in March. Ginger Dunn? Okay, that sounds familiar. An important thing to remember, too, is that the FBI is investigating Micah Miller's passing because of the request by Robeson County, North Carolina Popo, not Horry County. Horry County refused to allow Micah to be given allow Micah to give them any statements or evidence. They answered all the inquiries with, "She's crazy, don't listen to her." Same as they're doing to me. Thanks for the heart me. Hey, Gail. Sound familiar, y'all? What you sighing for, James?
Nothing. Just a lot to do now.
Yeah.
Hey, Cat.
Hey. Thanks for the heart me, sweetie. I told her, after reading that, I told her there needs to be justice all the way around. There has to be another way or number. There needs to be more attention to shit. Because if Tracy was trying to do all this even before Micah passed, it don't. I don't understand why more people aren't looking into this. Why aren't more people looking into this? I ain't trying to take away from justice for Micah or Chris Skinner, but Tracy needs to be heard. Tracy needs this. She needed it a long time ago when she asked for help. What is it going to take to get people more involved? There's so many victims. She also said that the same group of cops who helped J.P. Miller disparage Micah to silence her are doing the same to me. They even threatened me with arrest for trying to submit evidence. And I got the recording for that. Jerry is involved in much of what JP was or is. And they know it. And that's just what I know about it. Jerry is a network administrator engineer for Horry County. He does a lot of work with the HCPD, specifically with the South Strand precinct. I tried the FBI tip line. They sent a request to the HCPD to investigate and to check on my safety. They sent the same cops I have been trying to report out of my home, out to my house. And the cop told me that the request was a mental health check, not for an investigation. Same thing they did to Micah. I told him I had evidence of assault, theft, threats, police misconduct, etc. He said we would investigate, so I provided him with all of this. After repeatedly asked, he finally responded that he requested my claims be investigated, but they was declined. I asked to be contacted when the report was done. so I could get a copy. And the cop told me there wouldn't be no report. Called the clerk's office to check on it anyway. I gave her the dates and times that they came to my house and the officer's name. She found it and told me that she was not allowed to release it. I told her I would request it for you. She gave me the case number. Now I remember one of the phone conversations she recorded. Huh. The cop trying to get the person that she talked to, the name. And she wouldn't release the name. She requested using the case number, called back the next day, and I was told that the report was restricted and they couldn't provide a copy to me. They wrote, and they wrote this report. The very same day they came to my house plenty of times to investigate, right? But they told me they would not report. There would be no report and that I could not give them a statement. So I called the cop who came out and asked him why I was told there would be no report and why a non-existing report was restricted, and he was livid. I need a specific person to send this to. I can make a report to the FBI, but there's no way to attach nothing. Nothing. I can't attach nothing. So who's to say that it just won't be, slid under the rug or ain't gotten to, or he demanded I tell her who told me about the report. I played dumb and said whoever answered the phone, but he kept pushing and wanted to know exactly what number I called and what office, etc. I just told him that I called dispatch and they transferred me to somebody. I felt like I could get somebody in trouble if I told him. He was livid that I knew about it. And when I asked him why he told me that the FBI requested a mental health assessment be done when the request was for them to investigate my claims, he said, I never said that. He absolutely did say that. When I pressed him, he said again that he had never said, and he didn't know how I got that impression. And when I was told since the report was actually filed, I had the right to provide a statement to be included in the report, he said. No, you don't. The case has already been closed. This might be a little interesting. So I called to find out who sent the cop to my house, and it was Gregory Hutchinson's, J.P. Miller's buddy. Same officer who sent a cop to J.P. Miller's and Micah's involuntary commitment for her mental health issues when she was trying to submit evidence against J.P., which they never allowed and refused to allow her to make a statement about. This cop ignored my messages for days, but the moment I mentioned the non-existing report, he immediately started hounding me. He claimed it was just information to be cleared up. Of what that actually means, he never answered my question. So why he told me there would be no report at all. Let's see. Contact with someone as well. After they can contact to give you. I'd love to have some info. I would just forward all these emails to them. They'd have to decipher a bunch of them. But I printed these papers out from my messenger. So I probably have to mail them in or scan hundreds of stuff to send. Hey, Gabby. Hey, Celeste.
Hey, Celeste. Yes, I did, Celeste.
Yeah, Shelly, she did. Oh, okay, that's that section. What was the name of the guy that sent the officer? Didn't say. So, and I don't know where these texts start. Because in Messenger, he sent me screenshots of text. The same one that sent an officer to Micah. Oh, that guy's Hutchinson. Hutchins. Hold on, let me look. Gregory Hutchins, Hutchins. Gregory was talking about what? Oh, okay, yeah. Yep. Yeah. Yep.
For my friend and your host. Thanks. I don't know what order these are in, because sometimes her
her things was kind of misconstrued in a way. 59 to 58.
I will do that on Thursday, Sarah.
Let's see, that's next. Boy, she made things kind of hard to decipher at times. Okay, that's number 2. Specifically said.
Hey, Veronica.
Number 3.
Hey, Veronica.
Oh, my Lord. 58, 58, 59.
Just a girl, I'll show it to you. I got you, girl.
What's up? Me and the what? Uh-oh. You don't like the podium?
It's hard to read comments.
Oh, hold on.
Yeah, you can't hardly see the comments because of the podium and that freaking word with
Subdoor
TikTok.
TikTok.
It blocks it out, so it makes it hard to see.
Sorry.
No worries, brown eyed girl.
Hey, brown eyed girl.
First, second,
Welcome in. Please say hello.
please. Answer the question. There. I'll assume that.
No worries, preacher's wife. That's why I was late.
I'm always waiting for her
Thank you, Graham.
to make a speech.
Right, Veronica? Look, you never know what's gonna happen around here. There's always some crazy mess going on. How are you today, my girl? Sorry.
Worries.
Hey, sis.
From the bath.
Hey, nothing wrong with that. Veronica, I guess it's your dog's turn. Molly, my Chihuahua, she was going ballistic, growling earlier. I'm not sure, Veronica. Has WC come in already?
No, she already said goodnight.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
She
But I
texted
was
me
late.
too.
I was late.
Oops. I was late too, so I can't say nothing.
I'm going to assume these is going to be in the right sequence. If they're not, then they'll sound stupid and we'll revisit. Well, it was 8:45. Oh, Lord. It looks like a text message thread that she sent me, I guess, I don't know, from her to Scott. It says SC. So I don't know who that person is. They're telling me that you should have provided me with the case number. Probably one of the officers. For your informational report. He said, she said, I'll get it. I am out of the office. Who did you speak with? What office did you call and who did you speak with? You told me the FBI specifically requested assistance from the HCPD to determine my mental health status. This person is probably Officer Scott, I'm assuming. Sweet dreams. They requested we check on you due to your contacting them. You specifically said due to mental health concerns. Aren't there some? Question mark. What officer did you call and who did you speak with? You specifically said due to... Whoa, did that repeat? No, you said, okay. So she said due to your, specifically due to mental concerns. And the reply back says, there are concerns. Why won't you answer my question? Hey, you specifically said that the FBI expressed concerns. And that is why, and then that one was cut off. Why is Jerry, and why is Jerry today, of all days, sending false narratives regarding his fake concerns about a fake mental illness and then immediately unsending them? Don't worry, I've got copies. And the cop, I'm going to say it's the cop, replied, I don't know why. I haven't talked to him. Tracy said, yes, you did. What did the FBI request and say? Why would you think that my mental issues was a concern? Keep saying, why don't you answer the question? You specifically said they expressed concerns, and that is why you came out. His reply to her was, answer the question. No idea. I called dispatch and they asked my address and transferred me. Why does it matter? You specifically said that the FBI expressed concerns, and that is why you came out, right? He said no. Yeah, they were. And then he said, answer my question. When he said no, she said, yes, you did. What did the FBI request say? And why would you think it was mental health was a concern? And why is Jerry there today, of all days? Oh, that's where that one goes. Okay. Let's see. For your informational report includes claims from Jerry? Question mark. He said no. She said, where did the mental health concerns come from? What did the FBI request of HCPD? And why was the request answered with mental health claims? Why are you concerned about who I spoke with regarding this report? The citizen's report was not filed. She didn't send me the whole conversation of that, but that was with one of the PDs. There's a connection somewhere.
It's just finding that missing link. Hey V, welcome in. They're not in this just yet. We're trying to get this to the correct FBI agent.
Hey V, trying to find out the connection between old Jerry Boy and JP. Now, I had mentioned to Tracy, and I asked her if she had given any information. Stuff Tracy gave me. If she had given any information to Jay and Kelly. Y'all remember them, right?
Yeah, Jesus J.
Yep. Uh-huh. I haven't given this info to Jay or Kelly. I don't think I even know who Kelly is. I have the utmost respect for Micah's family. They are warriors, in my opinion. But the truth is, Regina Ward is very connected to Horry County. The crusade she is on is about to show. She knows Horry County corruption, and she benefits from it. She is intentionally preventing Horry County from liability. She knows the bill would not have helped Micah in any way, and she knows that HCPD is immune, and she will keep it that way. She even has a say into what is passed on to the FBI. She will not pass anything to do with Horry County corruption. If Robinson County were involved, the FBI weren't involved, the FBI wouldn't even have been called. They do not want any investigation whatsoever. I know Jay. Maybe that's the connection too. Our children are friends. His wife and I are friends. I've always been weary of him. I don't mean to talk bad about him or anybody. Just a hunch that I shouldn't trust him. He has sought me out and has tried to ask me some things. I shut him down. He has been insisting that he is the loop. But I really don't know what to make of his involvement. He creates a lot of drama wherever he goes, and I definitely don't need that. I told her I didn't trust Jesus J. I told her how I felt. Jay is a con man, she said. I've always felt that way. I've been friendly towards him because of our children, his wife, and mutual friends. In my opinion, he has done nothing but hurt Micah's cause. He craves attention. I told her I agreed. She told me that's good to know. Thank you. He fools a lot of people. Thank you for listening to me. No thanks needed. Jay's another story. Oh, my Lord. She sent me a video. I guess when she was talking about that officer, there was a video that Agatha May had done back on November 9th of 24. Same cop who threatened her and told the FBI she was crazy. That's not suspicious at all. So somebody, told me, because I was asking, not specifically, but I replied back to her to file the report with DC FBI or the DOJ, Department of Justice. This maybe is the same people involved at Myrtle Beach, but they looked at it as a separate case. With what you have, they can investigate. The FBI is not investigating the corruption of Myrtle, but they are for her passing and possibly other victims of JP. This is what makes it hard. Please file those complaints with your evidence. You may have to contact a lawyer outside of Myrtle Beach about your divorce and the issues surrounding the mental health allegations. Contact the Bar Association and file complaint. You will have to prove what has been done to the case you presented. And I'm sorry you have to go through this. I could not imagine. I'm here if you need to talk, even video call. I will try to help if I can. This bullcrap has to stop. No one should have to go through this.
Jay is definitely a common denominator of letters surrounding all of it.
Yeah.
Where did James go?
I don't know. He said he'd be right back.
Oh, okay.
She said, in my case, it's Horry County. Same cops involved in the cover-up in my case as it was Micah's. My husband, and she repeated, the administrator, works very close with the law enforcement. Sets up, maintains, and preserves evidence, body cams, surveillance, etc. Has unquestioned access to all of it. Spends a lot of time at the something precinct during work and non-working hours. Hey, welcome in. Seems like it. Allegedly, our opinion. And I also told her again about the branch in DC and the DOJ. She said, I have. They sent a request to Horry County, which of course led them to threatening me more. And I reiterated to keep things recorded in screenshots, put on disk drives, give to someone you trust, or a safety deposit box. Give to a person you trust to have access to it. Tell family what is up. And have a place to go if you need to leave for a few days. Keep yourself safe. Probably so. Tracy responded with thank you with a heart. And I said, here to talk if you need it. I read one of her posts that she posted on the Book of Face. And I wrote her on Messenger. I said, I love what you wrote on the Book of Face. Good way to get people talking about it. But I would change your name on the Book of Face to a nickname. This is why I changed mine to Treetreee. Her response was, at this point, I think I need people to know who I am. I am honestly surprised I'm still alive right now. I did make quite a few anonymous posts. I said, okay, I just want you to be safe. She responded as, I would love that. I don't even remember what that feels like. I told her I was very sorry. Now on 12/8/24, I can't take this anymore. I'm going to just keep sharing everything I've managed to recover so far. Either somebody will help more or he'll finally kill me. I really don't give a fuck anymore. Oh, sweetie, I'm sorry. You're doing your best. People are so vile. You need to stay safe as you can. I want you to be safe. I won't be until I get him away from me. I said, I wish I had a safe place for you to go. I'll send you files in the email if that's okay. If not, no pressure. Now y'all know I told her, yeah, I'll send them. She had emailed them. There's a tons more. I'm still recovering some. He keeps stealing my identity. And I have to keep recovering. And I wrote her back. And I said, well, keep changing those passwords. Maybe that will help, including your emails, Book of Face, TikTok, everything. I think more people need to scream it for her too. Her
For me,
story. Go ahead,
I would,
Jessica.
I would love to absolutely see the FBI pick this up and make the connection.
Yeah. She told me in the meantime, I'll still try to sort out and organize and recover these files. What I've sent is just a portion. There's so much. Beginning the week my father passed, my husband was meeting and interviewing people he had placed ads for, men, women, setting up and scheduling SMEX sessions at my father's home, which he claimed to own, all while being paid by Horry County. He's stolen every little single thing of any sentimental value that I've ever had. A watch my godfather gave me when I graduated college. A ring my grandmother left me when she passed. My father's wedding ring. The other jewelry after he passed, among many other things. He took a truck registered to my father's estate that was supposed to be sold as it had payments, and has it to this day, and nobody cares. He refuses to make the payments, so I've had to, so it wouldn't be repossessed. He brought an Horry County cop with him to try to force me to sign over the title. I have this record recorded. The recording of other times he has tried to force me to sign some financial documents, or else. I have recorded taunting me about how he got my dead dad's money and how he can't wait to take a vacation with it in front of our son. There's so much more. So much more. It's relentless. That's my question, Candy. It's ridiculous. I told her, I said, this is sad. And if you can't get that truck back, you may have to just let it get repoed. Why keep paying for something that you don't have? I could not imagine what you're going through. There has to be a way for you to get some help. Like the FBI or something away from there. You need to get away from there. And the people that could intercept it. I don't know. Her reply was, cops won't let me. I've tried. I said, how can they not let you? Go to the agency. I've tried. He claims it's marital property, and family court judge has to rule on it. I tried once, and it resulted in 3 attacks in one day. In front of our children, every move I make, he hits harder. And I told her, let them repo it. Stop making payments. If you can't out-have it, neither can he. What website, Grace?
Recap is Tree is just going over some of the things from Tracy that was sent to Tree.
Oh, I think it's more on the federal court case level. I haven't, I've only briefly looked into it. I think there's a certain way you got to navigate. I just have to look at it more. Get the corrupt ones out, Candy. I told her, but if this was your dad's, he left it to you. It's not marital property. But at the end of the day, you need to be safe. And the kids. I don't care about the car right now. It's just an example. I care about staying alive. I'm out of options. Is there, and I told her, is there a way for you to move out of the area? How old's your children? And do you have custody? She goes, no, I wished. I wouldn't take them and run.
Be right back.
Okay. I wouldn't have taken them. Ran long ago if I had known. We had one hearing, proof of rug use, proof of abuse. Proof is not only adultery, but grooming patterns, sexual addiction, men and women, proof of delinquency of a minor. Judge still ordered joint custody. To AG. I want a specific person that I can send this to or give it to. If there's somebody in my local area that I can hand it to be forwarded over. I'll just wait, it gets better. 12/17 of 24. Hey, Fallen Star. 2 years ago, I was in great health. I had a job I loved, savings, a good retirement fund. Credit score was 800. Today, I'm 30 pounds lighter. I can't sleep. I can't eat. I'm in debt. I stutter when I talk. Clutch toes. Subcutaneous reaction to fear. The fear has been prevalent, invasive, compounding each day. I don't know when it'll become permanent. Yep. People that like using their position to get away with shit. I just noticed that every now and again it would hurt, and it was only then that I noticed what I was doing. It caused nerve damage by clutching. That's when the shaking starts. She focuses every moment of energy to get away from him, to get him away from us. Everything I do turns against me: law enforcement, lawyers, family court, and now guardian ad litem. They've all seen the abuse, hours of recording of it, thousands of pages of text, threats, stalking, slander. His own correspondence, dozens of victims, ongoing, and a never-ending cycle. Yeah, we'll get to that, Candy. Using different personas, even different backstories, he pulls them in. Wouldn't surprise me if he wasn't a member. Lying, using, stealing from anybody he could. Then he discards them over and over. Everybody's disposable to him, even his children. But all anybody sees is my fear. And that's the issue they focus on. Yep, she did. Hey, Nico, thank you. Welcome in, y'all. They somehow don't see the only treatment is to stop the cause of the abuse. It's so clear. It's so proven. It's so heavily researched. Trauma heals, beginning immediately when the abuse ends. Stopping him is all I've ever needed to happen. But they all believe him. They all help him. I watch my children be destroyed from inside out over and over, unable to comprehend why. Confused, stuck in flight or fight mode. Survival mode. Now that I can attest to, because some of the recordings you can hear her son in the background. Have a good night. Jerry had went to the house. She was doing something with her son. You hear Jerry in the background start asking about this agreement shit. She'd be talking to her son to fix something to eat and tell Jerry, later Jerry, not right now. He'd ask again. She'd tell him the same thing. Not right now. And the younger child was there as well. This is not the time. We'll talk about it later. And then she'd go on about her, whatever she was doing. according to the recording, she was making ramen. Yeah. I think one person hindered. Well, it was a combination. It was kind of like a domino effect, but it started with one person. Then it became that domino effect against Tracy. Yeah, I agree, Shelley. Because that was for her Girl Scout. Give you 3 guesses on who that person is. Well, a lot of you might. But I've spoken about it before.
Mute James if you're going to move.
What?
It's telling him to mute if he was going to fidget or move.
Oh.
I was trying to put it in the thing.
Oh, sweet. RH ain't gonna touch it. I can pretty much bet you on that. Yep, Shelley. The sad part is she wanted me to file a citizen's complaint with HCPD. I couldn't do that being in a different state.
The biggest hurdle is what her husband does for a living.
Yep. And maybe that's why I haven't heard back from Horry County.
Good point.
So if my request went through to Myrtle and I got a response, why didn't Horry County call me?
Is there a way to call them, or can you only communicate with them via email?
Well, I mean, I could probably try to do it again, but I figured it this way, and I hate to say it, but I'm going to say it anyway because he is for Tracy and I don't give 2 rats fuck right now. And I hope she's window licking. Danielle's got all the police reports. She got the FOIA. She's got all of it and then some. Now, to me, my opinion, she wants to get views back. She's going to be putting it out slowly. So people come back to her live and fill it up. I just want to know what happened. So what it is what it is. She holds the key to some answers what happened to her that day. I tried to work with her and she turned on me. There's no coming back from that. So I will hear it through the grapevine of people who watch and let me know. Until then, and she decides, Oh, it's Tree's fault I haven't done it yet. She's got people coming after me. I ain't got nobody going after nobody. So people really need to understand that. Because in the beginning of all this, I went to her. Horry County won't get back to me. Myrtle did. I heard back from Myrtle. They told me I had to go through Horry. So I submitted through Horry. Ain't heard back at all. So I don't know if it was intercepted or what. Then somebody told me in a message that they was going to try. I haven't heard back from them. Now I know Danielle's had a lot of information when all this shit she started with me. Over being half asleep in her whatever dream she was having. I don't know. But she needs to understand when you falsely accuse somebody of something and you're wrong, be an adult and make it right. It's all you got to do. It's not that fucking hard. But to be mean and evil and despicable, or maybe I should use one of her words, petulant. It's wrong. Oh, she said she only seen a post. She didn't know Tracy.
That's a great question, Courtney.
And she's seen the, according to her, seen the Justice for Tracy thing. And the brother lives in the same state. So she reached out. Okay, cool. Then why'd you reach out to Jerry? Had a nice conversation with him. Because at that point in time, when I had that conversation with her, she had already had the death certificate from another source. Because she showed it to me. That's how I was able to tell y'all from a reliable source on her date of death. And who did the autopsy, because she showed it to me. I don't know if Steph's got time. Number one. And I don't think it's a big enough case where people would be interested. Unfortunately. To me, it shouldn't have to be a huge case. You know, like, you know, the Rebecca Park case. There was more information on that today. I was dumbfounded by it. But yeah, I mean, it's just, those cases is going to take precedent over anything about Tracy. And it's sad. And Callie should be fucking ashamed of herself. Fucking ashamed. Yeah, Janie. More people that'll listen. Maybe people who can help research to find connections. I'm using every little single bit of my time. And when I get off on live, I look up at the clock sometimes and it's 3:45. At this point, I'm the only one talking about her like this. I am the only one.
True, because I haven't seen it anywhere else.
It's another reason I went to Danielle. Then there would be two. But she fucked that up. People need to be involved just like these other cases. I'm not a true crime creator. But having the contact with Tracy and hearing her words, feeling her words, and then now she's gone. It takes more than just a hashtag. It takes talking about it. Reading her words, putting it out, what she did and what she said and who she named. Who Jerry is. And why is he still on these Justice for Micah sites? God, it pisses me off. Hey, Deb. Welcome in, hon. Make it make sense, please. I DM'd one of the Justice for Micah book faces. I DM'd one of the admins on who Jerry is. And that he stalked her. Justice for Micah group on the Book of Faith with 20.3 thousand members. Guess who's still on that site? Jerry Scott. I'm looking at it right now. Why? Why? Been a member since December 9th of 2024. Why? Why does he get the privilege to go on Justice for Micah and be able to participate in negative commenting about Micah, how people are profiting on her passing? Now, one of the admins, and this is what got me to check the other one of the admins looked into messages that were in waiting for approval. Request. Jerry wrote this particular one. Can you please remove my anonymous post by my ex-wife, Tracy Hermes? She committed self, at my house on Thursday. We've been separated for 2 years, and I have not spoken to her since April of this year. He wrote that message on the 7th. She died on the 4th. 3 days later, we're just trying to erase her. After I didn't get nothing back from writing the one DM or the message, there ain't no point. I wrote on a couple posts on who he is, and he still remains. The other one is Micah Miller's unaliving investigation. 7.6 thousand members. Guess who's still on it?
Jerry Scott.
You got it. Yep, sure is.
The DIPSHIT.
That's the admin I wrote. Sure did.
Oh boy.
If I'm not mistaken, that's the same admin I wrote. Make it make sense. Now, the admin also wrote, it's with a heavy heart, to tell everyone that they've lost another person in this fight. I'm going to make another comment. Well, shit, I can't do that on this one. Damn it. I haven't looked through all the Micah ones. But I'd like to know why somebody like that can remain a member like that. Make it make sense. Well, it's almost like no matter what I do, this is where being a bigger creator is important. This is the only time being a bigger creator is important. To help get the word out, to help spread the word, right? Well, it hasn't happened this far, Yo-Yo. The only thing that I can say is my opinion. Her name ain't big enough to get it for. That's the only thing that I can think of. I don't know why people don't care. I don't know why people don't talk about it more. Why am I the only one putting out the same information that she wanted to get out? Make it make sense.
Leave the last one, going right back in.
What?
Leave the last one, going right back in.
With the possible connections with JP, Sue, and Tracy, and nobody cares on the connection. Nobody. Well, I can't say nobody, but that's just my frustration talking. But yet, people can start shit with me, and that's okay. Make it make sense. I didn't even get my damn drink.
Candy, yeah, that's sad too.
I see all these other cases. Multiple people talking about a case, talking about a person, talking about justice. No. Ever since I heard she passed away, I've been talking about Tracy. Even Danielle trying to say that I'm extorting her for clout. Bitch, please. You didn't even know her. I'm still going through it. Even the text messages with his flings, where he bragged about being all over Horry County with his job. There's more than enough. He stalked her. He stalked Tracy. Even after she died, he's on those sites. Even making a stupid remark to Robbie Harvey.
He's trying to erase her digital footprint completely.
So nobody talks about her. He don't want nobody talking about Tracy. Even his current girlfriend was trying to get me to send her the fucking copy of these text messages. Have you fallen bumped your head?
You what that mofo?
No worries, Candy. Yep.
Yes, he does, Yo-Yo.
and can't get no attention to it. Who better run like y'all were yesterday, Christy?
Probably the girlfriend.
No, she's taking up for his ass.
Yeah.
That one book of face where are we seeing the same person or whatever it is? She's even then there taking up for him. One comment, I wish I printed it. One comment stated something along the lines of, I can see these messages. I'm in here. You don't think I'm seeing what you're writing? Really? Then why the fuck are you in there? If you ain't worried about him screwing around on you, then why are you in there? He screwed around
Morgan,
with
it
him in
wasn't
Fulton County.
it wasn't denied. She hasn't heard back from them.
I don't know, maybe some IT guy had it interrupted, intercepted, and deleted. Because, he probably sneaks around the old TikTok as well as he does the book of face. Why people allow that to happen, but people didn't want to talk about the corruption Tracy was putting up either. I did my best with Tracy. I tried to point her in the right directions, to be an empathetic person, have an ear to listen. Oh, shit.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, he blocked me. Hey, Daisy. Now, back in March 2025, there was an email written. Probably one of the long messages that Tracy would leave, talking about the things that I was talking about with physical and mental anguish that she's been suffering. Talking about what kind of actual physical damage it can do to a person. And her words, we're not looking for credit. And this is something she wrote, Callie. We're not looking for credit. We need people to see the reality. Nobody will even ever understand if they don't. They will just continue to wonder why victims didn't reach out, why they didn't seek help. We do constantly. Hey, Linda. We do reach out. We do seek help. We know treatment's available and we know it's effective. We know healing is possible. We want more than anything to heal. Help us put the fire out so we can. Don't tell victims to get help. We do. Don't tell victims to get therapy or therapy is available. We know this. We're in therapy. We do everything possible we can to fight through the symptoms to survive another day. We can't process, heal from, and move on with compounding trauma. We can't treat the burns while the skin is on fire. But victims are told, those burns are killing you. You have to get them treated. No matter how many times you beg and plead with people to understand that the fire needs to stop in order to address the burns, they just don't get it. The same people who tell you to stop speaking the truth, your truth, gather at fundraisers and chant, "Silence kills." We need to be heard. Believe what victims tell you. The abuse is the problem, not the victim's reaction. The mental health thing, really? The compounding trauma from abuse is the problem, remember? How would mental health professionals stop the abuse, stop the trauma from compounding? There is no rug that can stop a pathological abuser. There's no doctor. There's no treatment. They can't stop it. You can't fix trauma.
Hey, Linda.
See how victims get so frustrated and angry. This is what happens to victims. This is real, raw story. This is the kind of thing people need to know. Yet instead, they are offered, offended by it. Hey, Amber, I didn't ask you to publish an interview. I asked you to do an interview. I can't organize and put together my experience. Severe trauma doesn't allow victims to do that. The abuse is the problem, not the victim's reaction. The mental health, the compounding problem. Silence kills. A level of cruelty, evil, sadism. Bingo. Fuck. Holy shit. I'm almost 100% sure, in my opinion, Callie talked to fucking Jerry. Oh my God. What the fuck? Each time it creates more urgency, more panic. And you try to be clear and you can't. You try to sound normal and you stutter. So you try to slow down and you concentrate so hard to speak, to be heard. And you hear yourself and you know that what you're trying to explain sounds crazy. You know that's how you're being heard by others. And it makes you frustrated and angry. You break down more and more until you just slowly give up. Then you don't try to be heard anymore. You don't reach out anymore. Because it only makes matters worse. You avoid speaking. You don't answer your phone. You don't go anywhere. And you isolate. And it goes on and on and on for pages. To get an email that states, "Just stop. I'm not your abuser. It's not fair for you to send me emails like this. And this is the last time I will respond to one. If you want to discuss resources, or if you want to have a productive conversation, that would be different. That is not what this is. It serves no purpose to blame me, and these tactics are not going to pressure me into doing what you want. You're under a gag order, so asking me to interview you is asking me to do something unethical. Further, sending me emails like this could ethically obligate me to contact professionals. I have done nothing. I have done everything I can do to try to help you. I've done everything within my power. And I get that this is not... Well, they cut that off. Something within my power. I get that it's not enough. I get that you think I could do more and I can't. I hope you have contacted the woman's shelter in order to explore the many ways they can help you. Please do not send me any more messages like this. Tracy wrote back and says, silence unalives victims. Don't let me say I didn't reach out. Don't let me say there is a rug I could have taken, or doctor that I could have seen, or one that I've gone to. Sick and sad. One of the emails that she received from Callie, and that is exactly the point I was trying to make. Blame the abuser, not the reaction to it. I send you bits of victim stories, the reality of pathological and psychological abuse. When we speak our truth, we are blamed for it, shamed for it. You think that means that I think you are an abuser? These are through thoughts of a victim. This is what happens to us. Experts point out in high-profile cases, when asked why do victims isolate, this is my truth. Should I not speak it? There's nothing you can do about it.
Yep.
You repeat the important words methodically as you fight to get your point across, because you know people don't understand what you're saying. They hear you, but they don't understand because you sound crazy. Just like a psychopath has been telling everybody over and over and over. And you know. And you know you sound crazy. Hey, Brittany. And the victim blaming that results adds to all the already compounded traumas. Especially damaging, because it comes from those you reach to for support. Find yourself increasingly trying And I can't see that. Something yourself to people who don't understand, can't understand, but not on the abuser. And that makes us angry. And angry makes people blame us. And so on. I'll leave you alone. I won't reach out anymore. I will further isolate and be silent. Because that's what victims do. I've just been too stubborn to give up trying to be heard. We want more than anything to be healed. Help us put the fire out so we can. Don't tell victims to get help. We do. We do everything possible we can to fight through the symptoms to survive another day. We can't process to heal and move from compounding traumas while it continues to compound, while the flames still remain. Thanks for the resources, but they can't stop the abuser from being abusing. The trauma from the compounding, they can't expose the abuser. Silence unalives victims, but exposing the abuser is unethical. That's the reality a victim lives in. Exposing the abuser is the only way to do that. But we're not allowed to do that. And it makes us angry. And angry makes people blame us. Thanks, Callie. Love your words. How you doing, Brittany? What are you doing, Brittany?
Uh, nothing.
You was looking everywhere. I was wondering. Looks like you was looking at a fly or something flying in your room.
No. James. Hi. Hi, buddy.
You know the sad part about everything?
How are you?
I'm good.
Did you have a busy day?
Yeah.
Yep.
Ow. Hey, Wen.
Hey, beautiful.
How are you?
Tired.
Play solitaire for a few minutes and then that's it.
Hey. Hi, Mama Tree. How are you?
Doing okay, baby girl. How you doing, darling?
I'm good.
Awesome.
How's Daddy doing?
How's Granddad?
He's hanging in there, honey. He hasn't been getting a lot of sleep.
Aw, why not?
Is he okay?
Yeah, he's okay. You know the pain. Hey, good for you.
Yeah. I know.
Good for you.
I know. His kneecaps.
Well, other stuff too, but you know.
you always have me on Facebook if you need to talk, Mama.
I know, baby. Just unfortunate that things like this, that'd be hard for you to actually, and I wouldn't want you to start to comprehend.
Yeah.
Stronger than you think. You've watched me go through a bunch of stuff.
It's sad, really. But I guess if I say my true opinion, people will get mad at me.
I I think I will understand what's going on with Granddad, Mama.
Well, it's other things, honey. I just do what I can for you, for Granddad, and try to work on other stuff in between. And I try to help others,
Yeah, we think.
even though they're no longer here.
I
And
understand.
it's pretty sad that so many people yell justice, but yet they pick and choose who justice is good for.
Exactly. I totally agree.
That's my opinion.
And I don't understand why they want to choose just go on the other side with JP and not want to come on our side with Micah.
The devil has blinders. He can do that. Unfortunately.
Then you got people like Danielle that wants to just throw a monkey wrench in everything, tries to twist everything around to meet her own little whatever the hell is going on in her brain. Paranoid person who didn't
Don't
know her, didn't care about her, only the attention it'll bring her.
don't let
That's
don't
all.
let her don't let her get you down, Mama.
No, she's not going to.
I don't need to be the one to really put out all the information, just like with Micah. Didn't need to be the one. I mean, finding one thing made my damn year, with the court cases. But we always went to the bigger creators because they was able to get the most information, and that's a good thing. We ain't got to be number one. We just got to be involved to fight for it, to keep talking about it, not just for one, but for all of them.
Yeah, I totally agree.
And correct me if I'm wrong. That's what Micah wanted,
Yep.
so it would help others.
Yeah, definitely. That's what definitely she wanted. So if someone was in that situation, just like her, they could got that help too.
Well, Morgan, I'll put it to you this way. Danielle put them out before I can obtain them. Period. And why she's got to be asinine about the whole damn thing and make up some bullshit and, attack people because she got become a paranoid bitch, and that's her words, not mine. Then trying to say I was jealous. After knowing I told her I wasn't even about to ask her brother to come up on panel. I told her that. And why is it that when I talk about Tracy, people leave?
I
At
don't.
one point, there was 40, 50 people in here. We're down to 24 people. Why? Why do people leave when I talk about Tracy? What K word?
James.
Yeah,
How you doing?
good.
Hey,
Hey, how you doing?
hanging in, hanging in.
That's all we can do. We just got to make the best
Yeah,
of it.
they're right about that. Now the window lickers will probably think, oh my gosh, he's mentioning numbers. Yeah, people leaving when I'm talking about her. That's a problem. If people leave, it ain't like they're leaving to go hold their own live to talk about her, which I wish people would.
Come on now.
She used to live in South Carolina, Myrtle Beach. Well, you know what? She was driven to it, Morgan. In my opinion, she was driven to, allegedly. But he gets away with it. Why? There's no accountability for how he treated her, other than doing what JP did to Micah. Oh, she's crazy. She's crazy. She's crazy. Yeah, Callie went in on that too. That pissed me off. Callie trying to telling people she's trying to be Micah. Bitch, she wasn't trying to be Micah. Sorry, I need to stop getting excited. Sorry, Brittany.
It's okay.
No, it ain't. I'm sorry.
It's not good to hold that frustration in. You got to let it out.
She ain't gonna get involved, Deb. Just leave her out of it. She ain't gonna get involved.
Hi, just the girl next door.
She wouldn't get involved before Micah died. Deb, she doesn't have an attorney to have. She ain't here to get one. She was cremated. Hey, just a girl.
Hey, sorry it took me so long. I had to handle something, and I'll fill you in after the fact.
No worries. It's almost pointless for me to even talk about any case, especially Tracy. I guess Tracy's just a speck of dirt compared.
What are you doing, James?
Just sitting here now.
Are you filing something?
Sounds like it, don't it?
Yeah, I was.
Okay, couldn't you just say your teeth?
He's so adorable.
They're not. Shelly, I'm gonna tell you my honest opinion. They ain't investigating shit when it comes to Tracy. Nothing.
Mm.
They don't have all the records that she left behind to even know to connect that dot yet.
And Horry County don't care anyway. Look how much Horry County didn't even help Micah. I mean, hello. You think they're gonna worry about Tracy?
It's a shabby over there.
If we can get that connection with one of the agents that's handling the case, then that's going to be more helpful to be able to transfer all them records over and explain there's a connection. We don't know what, because that's, well, their job to figure it out, but it's just getting that connection with that agent.
Hey, Susie.
I love y'all, but I'm yawning like Debbie C.
Well, go night night, honey.
Good
I
night.
am. I'll talk to y'all tomorrow.
All
All
right.
right.
Good night.
Y'all.
Good night,
Love you
Lady and
too.
Red.
Love you.
Love you, beautiful.
Love you. Hey, Susie.
Love you too, Fletcher.
Well, Shelly, who was supposed to have sent it? Because if I ain't got a person to give it to, I ain't sending nothing. Well documented, identified official person.
I haven't seen you in a long time, Susie.
Hey, Susie. I don't think her brother's done shit.
It's Suzanne's friend.
That's my
She's
personal opinion.
she used to come in her live a lot.
I think the best angle would be to find out who the go through the prosecuting attorney for against JP, and I would drop the information in her email and see if explain what you know, brief, as brief as possible, because I mean she kept a record a mile long. Give her a summary of what's going on and see if she'll reach out to you because of the connection.
I hope you feel better, Susie.
And make sure
Yeah.
you include the one where he's actually defending JP as of recently.
Hope you feel better too, Susie.
You're
You
welcome.
you may have better luck getting it to that prosecutor via email than you would getting it over to the FBI, because I mean obviously she's going to have the direct connection with the FBI. You know what I mean?
You're welcome, Susie.
I don't know. I've talked about it so much with so many, and it's almost like nobody wants to touch it. Nobody wants to even talk about it. Except for ones that wants to get their popularity back. Makes things so discouraging.
Well, I mean, look at it where we were when this whole thing started with Micah, and it's gonna be that process. It took us 2 years to get, pretty much 2 years to get to where we are with Micah, and even though this is indirectly connected with Micah, or well, JP, not Micah, it's gonna take time and the information really getting to the right hands to be able to, on the legal side of it, to really add additional light, because with what you have alone, not adding to what everybody else has got too, I mean, she kept a hell of a record log. She did her homework. She documented so much.
Well, the bad part is there was a lot more documentation that tried to show, that she tried to prove things and it got
Yeah,
swiped from her.
but
And she only sent out what she was able to save.
right. But once the FBI gets involved, if we can get them involved and get the prosecuting attorney involved, then they can subpoena her phone records and his phone records even. And they should be able to go back and collect all of that data.
Well, the
Well,
difference between Micah coming out, Micah's case, and Tracy is publicity. That's what got, and it took even this long with major publicity worldwide to get to this point for Micah. I can't even get 30 people to stay in here. People leave. It's like they lose interest on a human being. Now, the message about the emergency court, she found out after the fact. Okie doke. She wasn't even notified. Well, Dragonfly, why don't they get triggered with Rebecca Park? Why don't they get triggered with Micah? Why don't they get triggered with Jane Doe 1 and 2? Why don't they get triggered with any of them then? Look how many cases people flock to. Damn.
I'm
There
not
was more.
surprised.
Yeah. There was more stuff sent to other people than there was me. Who has it?
And that's another thing. Whoever she sent all the information to, if they start accessing her records, which in return they'll be able to access her emails, even if he closed out the emails, they can go back and subpoena them records and pull them and retrieve all the ones that he deleted, just because it's a digital thumbprint. So even though he swiped it from the phone, and let's say he deactivated the account, the Gmail, they'll be able to still get those records via their end. That's how a lot of criminals get caught, because they stupidly send out information via email thinking they could throw the email away and it goes away.
No, but
It's
it's still on the receiving end.
exactly. And so once they start subpoenaing records, and if they're, we only know a quarter of what she went through. You know that there's got to be a lot more in them emails and phone records.
Dang it.
Oh,
Well, it's not just Myrtle. It's excuse me, it's everywhere these days. And the sad part is when you go into court, you've got to be ready and prepared. And she done an amazing job at documentation, but he twisted his own narrative from what I've heard of it, and because I've not seen everything, but just what I've seen and heard of it, she done nothing short of an amazing job. If she had an attorney that was just ready to jump in there and help her and not worry about the legal fees, which we all know how that goes. It's finding that right person that cared enough to listen to her. If people would have cared enough to listen to Micah, Micah would still be here.
Yep.
And that's the sad part about this.
yep.
Money's the root of all evil, and at the end of the day, money wins, and it's sad.
I mean, if anybody would pick it up, I don't care. Everybody flocks to another person as long as it's being talked about and looked at. And
I would love to see them really truly investigate this, and at the end of the day, at worst, if it did come out that she really did do it to herself, one, there'll be that closure, but two, we would know exactly why.
she was driven to it.
Well, that's pretty much what I'm saying. Even if she did it to herself, something, and this is my opinion, something lured her to be there that day, because she wasn't supposed to be on the property. Why did she go that day?
I think it's going to say it was the father was worried he was going to take the child.
All we got is speculation minus what proof that she had documented.
Mm-hmm. I wonder how the court date went.
For him.
Family court.
Yeah. I'm sure it'll be public record at some point.
Maybe not. Not if he gets what he wants, which he probably will.
Potentially.
She ain't
Because
here.
from what I read, her attorney quit in the middle of it.
Wow.
Oh, God.
Let me see here. Hold on.
I don't even understand why he's really going to court because the
Close out
custody
the case.
stands.
Close out the case.
Ah.
I'm looking for the thing I was
Yeah, Shelley.
yeah. I'm looking. I got the whole file here. Hold on.
You're good. I ain't got nothing but time.
Right?
November of 24. A revised amendment notice of hearing on a motion to relieve as counsel for the plaintiff.
Wow.
Certificate of service on Amy, whatever the hell. The initial motion came in October of 2024. Notice of hearing a motion to relieve the counsel for the plaintiff. William Donahue Pavey.
No, this wasn't about the financial. This was about the child.
Yep. They was going through the motions. He had got emergency hearing to take custody of. There was an affidavit of support, fees and cost to go against Tracy. January, if I'm not mistaken, was when she was evicted.
Mama,
Yes, baby.
good night.
Good night, baby girl. I love you.
Can you see me?
Nope.
I love
Oh my
you.
God. Look at that beautiful face.
I can't see you. I can't see your beautiful face.
I love you, baby. Have a good night.
You too.
Night, y'all.
Good night.
James,
Yeah.
good night.
Good night.
Good night, y'all.
Good night,
Good night.
baby.
Good night, Brittany.
I see y'all tomorrow.
We'll
Okay,
see you tomorrow,
darling.
sweetie.
And Mama, tell Granddad I love him and I pray for him.
Okay, I will, honey. And I told him the same thing last night.
Bye.
Bye,
Bye,
sweetie.
baby girl. Let's see, January 7th. Okay, December 18th of 2024, it was an expedited order granting emergency custody to the defendant. That was on the 18th. There was a notice of the emergency expedited hearing, and that was in the name of his attorney. Affidavit of service with no name. Affidavit of the guardian ad litem. Initial report from the guardian ad litem. And then she filed an affidavit of support of attorney's fees and cost to Tracy. December 30th, order of defendant's motion for emergency expedited relief. Motion for review. A check payment was received from the guardian ad litem.
That is insane, Shelley.
August of 25. Order extended case beyond 365 benchmark. A financial declaration from Jeremy on September 2025. Proof of ADR exemption contested. October 2025, a request for hearing. Doesn't say from who. October 15th of 2025, a notice of final hearing contested trial for the plaintiff. December 4th, affidavit of personal service. That means she's going to be served. Well, by the 15th, because, you know, we all know Tracy passed away on the 4th. The 15th, there was a notice of motion and motion fee from his lawyer. Defendant's notion of motion and motion dismiss and seal. Also on that day, there was a payment receipt received from his attorney. On the 16th, there was a hearing notice. The 17th, notice of the motion to dismiss and seal virtual hearing. And certified of mailing on designee, I guess, of Tracy Hermes.
Wow. It just baffles me how they did that.
Yep.
So if it's sealed, you can't foyer nothing no more, can you?
Well, luckily I checked it when I did. That's how I got this one updated that has the actual dates on it.
Oh, great.
Yep.
Yeah, if they seal it now, everything from date back we've got.
The only thing that I wouldn't have was the hearing for after she passed. Hey, Alabama. This is crazy.
And it's BS too.
That was another successful situation. I'll fill you in later.
I kind of figured that's what it was about.
It was. That's why I had to leave. But yeah, I'll fill you in.
Yeah.
That person's an idiot. Just saying.
Yeah. I can believe that.
Oh, just wait. There's more. It gets good.
Oh snap.
I believe that too.
You know the account, right? If not, I'll fill you in later.
What account?
Of that person that slips in and out every now and then.
Uh-huh. I don't remember the name of it, no.
Okay, I'll refresh your memory in a little while. If it comes in, we need a screenshot. Just saying.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Hope you're doing good, Alabama. You know the sad part about all of it? That jackass does not even have the love of his own children. To talk good about his mother.
No, you don't. He's selfish, in my opinion. Hey, Gabby. Hey, Carrie.
Hey Carrie. Hey JJ.
This is crazy.
Doing okay, Carrie. How about you?
Hey, Carrie.
Good. I'm glad. Hey, Lucky Star.
Right there to be alive, but no sun still shining when I close my eyes. It's a hard
From what we know, Beach
time.
Mimi, yes. We've not been told any different.
Of course, evil people get away with shit.
God dang it.
You're good. I'm guilty of doing that all the time.
It
Then I
happens.
finally get frustrated with it and jump on panel.
Stop, Lucky. Then you don't scroll yourself out.
Exactly.
This all started in May.
On the road.
Wait a minute. Oh,
Hey, no rush whenever you're ready. Look, it took me forever to be able to do it.
to do what?
Be able to get up on panel, much less host a live.
Being on panel is a whole lot different than being a host.
It is. It makes, for me, unless somebody's on panel with me, like if somebody's on panel with me when I'm live, then I'm comfortable. But like otherwise, it makes me feel like I'm talking to myself, and it's just weird to me.
Especially when you start your account out.
Yeah,
Three
definitely.
30-minute lives.
Right?
Yeah. Well,
That's
it wasn't
just
like that before.
weird.
Okay. Now, December 17th. Let me see. Hold on. Let's see. December 15th, there was a check. Payment was reserved for his lawyer. There was a hearing notice, and then December 17th, notice to motion to dismiss and seal. Also on the 17th, there was a certified mailing to Tracy of Tracy Hermes. On the 12th, yesterday, an order to seal. Order on defendant's motion to dismiss and seal. Today, affidavit from the guardian ad litem fees. That was today. So
I
I
wonder
wonder
if
if they're
there's.
going to give him the seal part. That's bullshit. How can you just keep erasing her? Fuck.
Cause to him, she didn't fucking matter, Mom. To, to,
That's
um, to his ass.
not much to anybody else's ass either. This is sad. Truly sad.
I have to agree with that, Dragonfly.
So basically, the notice for final hearing contested trial on plaintiff means he contested her claims, and where the matter has not been totally settled, to resolve the dispute and the issues based on evidence presented on both sides.
Is that for today's hearing?
That was October 15th.
Gotcha.
His attorney filed it. I hope he paid out his ass behind for that guardian ad litem.
Right.
I wonder how much of the inheritance he still had left.
Probably almost all of it.
That wasn't spent on the pool or the remodel of the kitchen. There was payments being made on that.
Well, yeah, you're right, Shelley. It does put a lot into the value of the house because now he can sell it if he chooses to, and
Make more money.
yeah,
Probably make the money that he put into it and some, plus some.
but here's the kicker too that he doesn't really bank on, and it depends on the level of manipulation with. I'm trying to figure out how to say this.
Hey, Grady.
With their children, we'll say, um, if and it depends on how South Carolina is because each state is different. But I know, like here in my state, the kids at the age of 19 can turn around and sue for their share of it, what should have been rightfully theirs.
Yep.
So he better watch out for that. Because if they figure out his game and they start getting attorneys of their own, he may seal his fate financially.
I think the kids would be too fucking scared to do anything.
It depends.
And it was her loving father's money. It's so sick. He worked his whole life to provide that for her.
Yeah. Hey, Gritty. Hey, Wendy.
Welcome in.
Thank you.
How you doing, Grady?
You know, it's pretty sad. One of the
That doesn't.
text messages I read today,
Sounds good, Gritty.
probably so, Shelley. January 6th of 2024, he stated, your brother's money is in your name, which is marital asset, especially since she didn't put the whole message in that one.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but if it's an inheritance, it's not marital asset because it was solely given to her.
No, ma'am, that's not marital asset. If it's an inheritance, it's yours, not yours and your wife's or whatever.
Oh, I'm not shocked at all.
I ain't either. Thank you, Gritty. Love you, bro.
February 23rd of 24. Why don't you have a panic attack when I'm paying your bills? I think your mother's
Gaslighting.
giving you anxiety.
Well, that's a narcissist's worst fear that they get away and get independent and call them on their bullshit.
Yep.
Right?
He stated, when you start making the mortgage payment and I have $125,000, you can tell me when I can come in. Until then, just act like I don't exist. You've gotten it pretty good. You've gotten pretty good at it. Well, I don't know. If somebody I was married to that slept with every Tom and Dick and Harry that was in Myrtle Beach, I'd probably feel the same way.
The thing that gets me the most about the whole situation with Tracy is she tried to do everything that was fair to the kids, and his comebacks were always pertaining to financial.
Uh-huh. True narcissistic trait.
Yep.
Why is it always about money with these damn narcissist people?
Because when you control the money, you control the person, and when you control the person, then you get free reign to do whatever the hell you want to do, and that's the sick part about it. It's all about control and power,
Yep.
and they use money to do it. Yeah, exactly. It's just getting them to look at it to get to that point.
The condescending words.
Well, not only condescending, but it was demeaning in so many levels.
Yep.
He attacked her character, and in some ways, him knowing that she potentially had mental health things going on, he used that to further attack, in my opinion. I mean, everything about it just screams red flag.
Uh-huh. It's ridiculous.
Ugh.
And I'd like to know, um, with the good enough job he has, why they had to pay so much for sessions for therapy. Make it make sense.
Depends on what kind of insurance. Well, yeah, they're always the perfect parent, mother or father, when they're under the abuser's control. And then when they get out of the narrative, we'll say, when they get out of that control, then they're the evil person.
Right.
It was February. It could have been a deductible too.
That's why I was saying it could have been depending on what the insurance is.
Hey, Ma,
What, baby?
sometime tomorrow, sometime tomorrow, I need to call you about my case.
Okay.
Oh,
Even
Tracy's
February.
case just made me
Huh?
remember about that. Tracy's
What?
case just made me remember about that.
Oh, okay. Even into February of 24, he was talking about that truck. I also want that truck signed over to me by on April 1st. It shouldn't be difficult as it's equitable, and just.
He mentioned that truck so many times.
Uh-huh.
What was so special about the truck other than it was an emotional attachment to her? Why did he want it so badly other than to use it to hurt her? Yeah, exactly, Shelley. He was obsessed with it.
Well, not only that, he wanted to take everything away from her. That's what he wanted. And these texts prove it. He didn't want her to have nothing.
Well, no, he can control her when she has nothing.
My opinion is he wanted the truck and everything of hers to where she always had to come to him, ask him, can I use the truck? Can I have a little bit of money or go do this, go do that?
He never asked for
She
money.
always,
Well, he never asked her for permission to go cheat on her either. But he did it.
Exactly.
I meant her asking him if he can use the truck and all that.
No, he just
Oh, I
took it.
know.
Mm.
Hey,
Oh.
Dana.
Hey, Dana.
All right, I'm just trying to get you some mix, honey.
I'm trying.
How are you doing, Dana?
Okay? Yeah.
That's insane, Shelly.
He intimidated her a lot. Dana.
She may have hit it by accident.
Uh-huh. She's sleep stalking.
Right? Dana.
Dana.
Dana, are you okay?
He went night-night. Good night, Dana.
We'll have to tell her tomorrow that she's hanging out in the live sound asleep. Hey, Darla.
I've heard her sound asleep before.
Oh, I have too.
Yeah.
Hey, Hollerman.
Hey, Holloman.
Hey, Holloman.
Good night, Shelly.
Good night, Shelly.
Have a good night, darling. I'll tell you, I just want to print all 215 fucking pages.
Good gosh.
Oh, that's just one file. The other one's 214.
Doing
Damn.
okay, Hollerman. How about you?
Hanging in.
Come on.
I think I'm fixing to call it a night myself at 5:45's coming fast.
Yep. I think I will too because, you get discouraged when, there's some people that care and there's a lot of people that don't. Anywho, y'all have a good night. Love you guys.
Love you, Mom.
Love you too, honey.
Good night. Love y'all.
Love you too. Everybody have a good night. Maybe we'll see you tomorrow.
Mom.
Love you too, honey.
Good night. Love y'all.
Love you too. Everybody have a good night. Maybe we'll. Love you too. Everybody have a